How to say the word this in French with FrenchSpanishOnline.com. In this lesson, we are not going to speak about the demonstrative these in expressions like this car, this book. No, because there is another lesson for that on my website. We're going to see how to use these in other cases. For example, first, the expression this is. How to translate this is in French? Well, usually in French, we translate just it is. And we say c'est. So, this is my mother, c'est ma mère. Or, this is your car, c'est ta voiture. But now if you want to introduce someone or something to you, for example, your mother is just stepping the room where you are with a friend and you want to introduce her to him. So, in this case, we don't use c'est. We use the word voici. Voici instead of c'est. So, the same sentence now. This is my mother, but this time we will say voici ma mère instead of c'est ma mère. Voici ma mère. This is your car, so the same thing. Voici ta voiture. So to introduce things or people, we use voici to translate this is. In other cases, we use c'est. Second part now, when this is at the end of a sentence. Second part, but firstly, we are going to speak about this when this is instead of this one. For example, a problem like this or a problem like this one, in French, un problème comme ça. So if you are generally speaking, we are going to use the word ça. But if you are going to speak about a problem, a specific problem in the context of a conversation, so you will use the word celui-là. Why celui here? Because celui is masculine and related to problem which is masculine in French too. Another example, a place like this, so un endroit comme ça, generally speaking, and un endroit comme celui-là, of course, if you want to, if you're speaking about something specific in your conversation. A car like this, the same thing, une voiture comme ça, or now, voiture is feminine, so we are not going to use celui, but we are going to use celle-là, une voiture comme celle-là. Celle is the feminine form. Cars like this, so plural now, and feminine as well. Des voitures comme ça, so as you can see, when we are generally speaking, is not difficult because it's always the word ça, this small little word. And if you want to say now a specific way, des voitures comme celle-là, the same pronunciation as before, but just a S if you need to write it. Problems like this, des problèmes comme ça. Problème is masculine, so the plural form is des problèmes comme ceux-là, this time ceux-là, related to problème. Okay? Let's see now when we don't expect anything after the word this. For example, do it like this. Well, of course, if you want to say do it like this one, now you know how to translate it. But if you want to say, generally speaking, do it like this. In French, we say fais-le comme ça. So, easy, because we just have one possibility this time, the word ça. We don't use here celui-ci, celui-là, because we are not speaking about something specific. It was like this, in French, ça s'est passé comme ça. It ended like this, ça s'est terminé comme ça. I don't like this, je n'aime pas ça. Okay, so here in this case, this, when we don't expect anything after it, we use the word ça in French. Third part now, this before an adverb. So an adverb is a word that can change the meaning of a verb. So let's take an example. It is not this far. So here, as you can see, this has nothing to do as before. As what we've just seen. So how to translate this word in French? Well, we are going to use two words, either aussi or si. So it is not this far, we say ce n'est pas si loin in French. Ce n'est pas si loin or ce n'est pas aussi loin. Is it this far? The question is, c'est aussi loin? you can also add que ça at the end. C'est aussi loin que ça, or c'est si loin que ça. It is this far, the affirmative sentence. The translation is different. This time we say c'est loin comme ça. It's far like this. We have no words to translate here this expression in an affirmative way. So as you can see, here we have the same expression in English, c'est far, but two different ways of translating it. Ce n'est pas si loin, c'est aussi loin, et c'est loin comme ça. Let's take another example now with the adverb high. So the same thing. Ce n'est pas si haut, ce n'est pas aussi haut. Is it this high? C'est aussi haut que ça, c'est si haut que ça. Or it is this high, c'est haut comme ça. Okay? Let's see now to finish in the fourth part some idiomatic expressions you can't translate word for word from English to French. For example, this is it. This is it. In French you will say ça y est. Ça y est. This is it. Take this. Take this, please. A very useful verb in French because we just say tiens. So you say tiens if you know the person. If you don't know, we are going to say tenez. But the verb is tenir. This way, please. So this way, how to translate this here? Well, par ici, s'il vous plaît. How much is this? How much is this in French is combien ça coûte? Combien ça coûte? I'll tell you this. In French, je vais te dire une chose. Here we need a substantive. In French, the word chose. Je vais te dire une chose. To translate, I will tell you this. Je vais te dire une chose. Yes, because now it's finished. So I hope you will understand better how to use the small word this in English. You can, of course, go to my website, FrenchSpanishOnline.com, if you want to read the script of this video, these slides. Now it's finished. C'est fini. Thank you very much for watching these slides with me. See you next time. Au revoir.